You wonder what happened in sports today. Brandon Petrilli, he got the wave. We talking a lot with bros today. Cracking some jokes the podcast way. Goals on goals, with homers on homers. Tutties on tutties, got moments on moments. Just tune into BSP, just tune into BSP, just tune into BSP, just tune into Petrilli.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the BSP podcast. And just like that, the Sixers season is over. It wasn't Joel Embiid's injury, it was the trade of Patrick Beverley. The belt to ass tour is over, it's gone. And just like that, he's on to Milwaukee, and the Sixers season is over. Yeah, well, I try to keep things positive here, keep things light on the BSP podcast. Make sure you click the subscribe button. We appreciate all you guys out there watching, but it stinks because if you go back a couple episodes, the last time we talked about the Sixers, we were trying to be positive about this season, trying to enjoy this season because Joel Embiid was having just one of the most dominant seasons ever. Like since Wilt, since MJ, better than LeBron. Like this guy was on an absolute tear, and people were talking smack and this and that. Let's see if he can do it in the playoffs. And see if he can stay healthy. And you people are sickos. Like you just couldn't enjoy it. And if you can't tell in my voice, it's just sad. It's sad because Joel, man, we just can't enjoy nice things here in Philadelphia because doing the games, I was doing the highlights for the game out there in I don't even know where the heck it's not. I mean, playing Golden State, but what is it, San Francisco, or I don't even know at wherever they play nowadays. But it's it was sad because the way he just rolled around and people were calling him out for not playing in Denver because you were ducking Jokic and this and that, and you guys were the reason. You were the reason that he got hurt. ESPN was the reason. The NBA was the reason he got hurt. He tried to push through it instead of just hanging out and trying to prove those people wrong that he can't stay healthy for the playoffs and this and that because there's plenty of games left till the playoffs. Tried to push it. He tried to get his team some wins because they need him because he's the most valuable player. And he's going to be out. He's going to be out for a while. And today is the trade deadline. Well, yesterday. Sixers get better. The best show ever would like to tell you they did. But I don't know about that. I don't know. Buddy Hield, we started the day off hot, right? You get Buddy Hield, you get a shooter to go in there and take some pressure off of Maxey. You take a lot of pressure off of Tobias Harris, who can't shoot a lick. And you get Buddy Hield, who's a straight up 3-point shooter. But Melton can come off the bench. You can slide Tobias into the 3, maybe. You put Batum at the 4 and Embiid at the 5 if he comes back. That's a good lineup. And you think, all right, maybe we got some hope. Maybe Embiid, he'll be back sooner than later. Like they think he'll be back. And then they just started selling everybody. The next thing we know, we're trading room for cap space. All right. Well, I'm in for the buyout market. For what? What's the buyout market? We don't know quite yet how it'll shape out, but the top name is Kyle Lowry. Villanova, or not Villanova, Philadelphia native, come back, and play, he will 37 years old. How much legs does he have left? He played for Nick Nurse up in Toronto. Good name. Okay. With the team that you got with Buddy Hield, you can come off the bench, give Tyrese Maxey, Pat Bev, and a bunch of other, and then you you go and you flip Pat Bev and you flip Marcus Morris in these trades, and it it just killed the vibes. It didn't just kill the vibes. It killed the energy. It killed everything that this team has built up over the past couple years. That it wasn't just potential. It was proven winners, dogs, energy, that where we were just all sold over the past couple months of this he can do this when he's this, and he can do that, and he's projected to do this, and he can be this kind of percentage from the field, and he can give you that if he does this. They went back to that, and you bring in a guy like Cameron Payne and you get rid of Pat Bev and a Marcus Morris. Those guys were proven. And you went back and you got rid of a Springer. And you went back to the potential. This can happen with this. Why should I believe that? Why? Tell me one reason why I should believe that, Daryl. Why can't I just have a good team with proven people that have been there and done that and make big shots? You want to sell me on Kyle Lowry, right? You want to sell me on him that he still can do this and do that and he's made big shots? Well, why can't Pat Bev do that? You want to sell me on Cameron Payne as a younger version of Patrick Beverley? Why should I believe that if you want to sell me on Kyle? I don't know. It's just so conflicting. So conflicting. It went from a team that was surrounded by, hey, maybe this is different. Maybe we've gotten rid of the divas of James Harden and Ben Simmons and Furkan Korkmaz's as of the trade deadline. So hey, maybe we can get over these humps and build with straight talent and coaching with Nick Nurse. And we can get to the playoffs, and maybe Joel comes back with a week or two left in the regular season. And maybe Joel can continue on that MVP run to just wow. Disappointment. How can you sell me that Cameron Payne is far and beyond better than Patrick Beverley for this team right now? Oh, Patrick Beverley wouldn't play in a playoff rotation for this team anyway. Okay, is Cameron Payne gonna do that? No. No. Should he? No. What playoff experience does Cameron Payne give you? Oh, he went on that run with the Suns teams, and he shot above 42% from the 3-point line. How many years ago was that? 3, 4? He's too busy dancing. Tired of that. I'm tired of potential of what he can be. Pat Bev, I've seen give me his heart night in and night out for this team and for this city. And that's why people are upset. Tired of potential with this city. And it stinks. It stinks. I wanted to be on this watch the Sixers every night because Tyrese Maxey's amazing. Joel Embiid, even more amazing. All world. Embiid, it is what it is, and it stinks, and that's for another episode. But man, when it comes down to it, what players are going to play night in and night out for this team until that comes back? Because Tobias Harris is not it. He should have been moved, but obviously he didn't have any trade value, or else he would have. He would have been the one to have gone and be flipped for a DeMar DeRozan or anybody, man. And this team just did not get better. They didn't. This team was a top 3 seed, top maybe 1 seed. You'll lose the MVP. That brings you down a big notch, 100%, 1,000%. But when it comes down to it, you've seen what Tobias can do. You've seen what your 3-4 guys. Batum, I like Batum's game, but he just can't be healthy right now. You gotta get there. You gotta give me some confidence. You gotta give Joel some confidence. You saw what happened with Aaron Rodgers. He gets hurt early in the year, and he's fighting to get back, and then all of a sudden your team's out of it. Why should he care anymore? Why should he try to risk more to get back at that point, right? Right? Am I crazy for that? I think Joel's going to do it because that's what he's done every single year of his career. Is that his fault? Yeah, I don't. That's just his body, right? It just is. I love Joel. He just can't stay healthy. And every time he tries to come back in the playoffs, plays well, but he's just not 100%. And they just can't get over the hump. And that's the NBA's. But that's for another story. Now, circle back. The Sixers team. We've been fighting, scratching, and clawing for dogs. We want that dogs, that Philly mentality. We need guys that can go out there and smack guys around and give us that attitude and fight for every single minute on the floor. And we're like, what are the 3 guys we always wanted? PJ Tucker. Oh, we got PJ Tucker. What did he do? He gave you some dog. He did. I like PJ. He gave you a good fight in the 7th game against the Celtics, but that's for the contract. It's rough. Decent return with Harden, but it was rough this time here. We need that dog. Pat Bev giving you that dog. He bought in. He gave the city some energy. He loved us, and we loved him. Made some big shots. It was his legs running out a little bit, maybe. But we let him go again. And then what are we going to do now? You bring in Buddy Hield, who we've been saying since we should have drafted him out of Oklahoma. He's going to expire at the end of this year. And what is he going to do? Leave at the end of this year? That's a tough thing to sell me. That's just how this team has progressed. And it's been frustrating. I've tried to buy in. I've tried to watch everything. And I'm sadly probably going to. But I might not. And if I'm working the games, and if you're listening on the radio, and you're listening for some highlights at halftime and post game, they might not happen because this team might not be good enough for highlights. They might not. This team is brutal. Tyrese is amazing. The rest of this team, Oubre, I like, and it's just so tough. What are we doing? You can't sell me on next year now. You can't. After you made that first move in Buddy Hield, you're gonna re-sign him? Is he gonna be the next Tobias Harris? Probably that's what's gonna go down. Because these rest of these big name guys, Paul George and the likes, they're not gonna come here. They're just not. Every other sports team in this town has been able to lure big-time free agents other than the Philadelphia 76ers. It's insane that that has been the case. When you've had an actual MVP on this team, almost two-time MVP, people, when they talk, watching Joel's game, they love Joel, but they realize this team cannot get it done. And it might be because of the person in charge, Daryl. James Harden might have been right. But the problems have been way before that. Way, way, way before that. And that's just an argument I just don't want to have right now. I'm just upset. I'm down. Tired. Doing the same old, same thing with this team. I want to be in. I want to be excited. They just keep taking it from me, man. Now, Brendan, what could they do to get better today? Go all in on Bridges. Or, yeah. Bring him back, finally. Fix Brett Brown's mistakes. Fix them. Who's the real problem of all this situation? That's if me and you have been talking, we know. Fix those mistakes. Bring back guys that are actual stars to this roster. Use those first round picks. And we thought we were going to do that. This team was going to do that. And they went for Buddy Hield. And it was just an about face. And a buzzkill by the end of it. Have you seen anything like that? Team go after a good solid player just to flip up the rest of your young core. Now they still have moves they can make in the buyout market because they got plenty of space. But is that going to make them any better? Thank you for watching the BSP podcast. This one's a lot more down than the rest of the videos I normally do. I'm going to be going away this week, and I'm going to put out a vlog next week. It's going to be a banger, so make sure you hit that subscribe button. Super Bowl, or the big game, sorry. It's right around the corner here this weekend. It's going to be a good time. Go check out Cold One Conversations. The link is below for our picks for this weekend. Go follow me at Brendan Petrelli. Love you guys. Shout out to 215. Go Birds. Clap your hands, everybody.
Just tune into BSP. Just tune into BSP. Just tune into Petrelli.